There have been many videos about me telling you all the things I hate and things that annoy me, because, in truth, I love moaning about things. But in this video, I'm going to tell you all the things that make me happy.
I want a poo.
So, what makes me happy? Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens? Probably top on the list is this sort of memory of me and Les on holiday. Just this wonderful memory where it's really hot, we're at the hotel by the pool and we're lying on sunbeds and I've got a slush in my hand, which is my favourite soft drink, and Les is just drinking a pina colada or a sex on the beach or something like that, and we're just sitting on the sunbeds in the sun holding hands, and that's just such a happy memory for me because Les is away from work, there's no troubles, we're together, it's just him and it's just me, and that's why it's such a happy memory for me. I just love that idea, and maybe after this pandemic is over we can do that again, but not for the while. But it makes me happy just sitting here and thinking of that thought of me and Les just by the pool drinking cocktails and things. And one of the things that makes me very, very happy is when money is up and, you know, I have more money than I usually do, you know, because I have my wages, but sometimes I do overtime, so I have more money than I usually have, and I like it when I have so much money that I don't know what to do with it. It's such a happy feeling because I know that I'm safe, and I know that, you know, I can have some luxury items which I can buy, and that just makes me feel happy because I've achieved, I've worked hard for this money, and then I can enjoy it, and that's why I love having money up. One day soon I shall be thin once more, and that makes me very happy because I don't have to look at this flabby, horrible body anymore, and people take notice and they see, oh look, you're much thinner than you were before. And that makes me very happy to be, you know, for people to just say, oh look, you look so thin, you look so good. And most of all, what makes me happy is walking in front of a mirror after a shower and just seeing this totally flat body. That will make me ecstatically happy because, you know, I won't have any fat and it won't be ugly, it'll just look lovely and it'll look smart and it'll just look lovely. And I'll be so happy because I've worked for it, and the results are here and I will look lovely, and that makes me very happy. One of the darkest and most saddest parts of my life, where my depression was extremely bad, is also one of my happiest memories in some sort of insane reality. Because, you know, when I think back on those times, because there was this person and he was so different from my family, and he was my brother's partner, and he was so different from my family and everything, because he had a career and he opened our eyes to all these new and wonderful things. And what makes me sad but also happy is these memories of us all being together, you know, my family and this person, and going on trips and things, and just being opened up to a brand new world of all these things, because he used to come round quite often. He used to come from like really far away and used to come down to our house, and we used to have lovely times together, just doing stuff, because, you know, and just doing interesting things, and that's what, and I look back on those times and all these pictures, you know, of pancake days and days when we did walks and things, and we went out to restaurants and things, and I look back at those pictures and I just think this was a wonderful time of my life. And it makes me sad as well, also, because we probably won't ever get that back again. And that is very, very sad indeed. As terribly camp as it is, one of the things I love is getting post. I love getting post because I love the idea of all these boxes and parcels full of things that I'm going to enjoy, and I get excited about the post coming because I think, oh, what's going to come today? All these exciting boxes of things, which is really kind of sad in a way, but I love it. And it links to the next one actually, which is having an absolute love for buying things. You know, it has to be a case of, you know, you have to have the money to buy things. But when I can buy things, like, you know, sometimes it was just a case of buying a new box of pencils which has new and interesting colours. That's exciting for me. But like buying clothes and things, and buying things that are going to make me feel happy inside and make me feel really confident and good. You know, but anything really, DVDs and things like that, I just love buying. I just love that thrill of purchasing and looking and exploring, because I'm not one of those people who goes on, you know, and just picks the first thing I see. You know, I like to browse and look at things, you know, so, you know, I love that, and I love all the choosing, and I love, like, I don't really like the bit when you have to pay, but I just like the thrill of, you know, buying something and having the money to buy something, and it's something that you're going to bring into your house, and it's going to make you feel happy. So I like buying things. I love buying things. It gives me such a thrill. It gives me such a pleasure to buy things. One thing that gives me great pleasure is being accepted. When people, you know, are friendly to me and they involve me in things and they treat me like a human, which I don't think I really get a lot of the time, because I am quite strange. You've probably noticed this. But yeah. But just people accepting me and just treating me like other people, like a normal person, and just, you know, almost welcoming me as a friend, and treating me like a friend. One thing I love, and I really do love it, is we've had dinner and we're scrolling through Netflix and we find crime documentaries. I just love crime documentaries. I just think they're so interesting, and because they have so much little points to them. You know, usually there's a mystery in there, and that's really exciting. And usually, you know, it's the sort of way that they've managed to do this crime. You know, how the way the sort of steps they've taken, how they've, you know, been really smart and outwitted people. I just love all that. And I like when we get these bigger documentaries where there's like it's like a 3 or 4 part thing, and it's like building up all this mystery. And I love the mystery. The mystery is the best bit. You know, like the not knowing, and like the suspense, and the way that they sort of portray it in the program. But I just love that. I love like nights when we just watch true crime documentaries, and it's a really interesting one, and I love that. So I was going to do 10, but then when I was just trying to find things to make a tripod out of to put my camera on top of, I thought of another one, which is waiting for Les to open his presents around Christmas time. Because at Christmas I usually spend about £200 on Les, and the others don't get anywhere near that level of money spent on them. And it's kind of pointless in the end, because Les tends to just not use them at all, which is rather annoying. But I get an extreme amount of pleasure from this waiting, because I usually buy my presents really quite early, and I pick things which I really think that Les will make use of, because it has to be that, because otherwise they'll just get discarded, you know. And I just get a great pleasure from that build-up of waiting for him to see his face when he opens presents. So I got that last year very much, because I bought presents which were really the sort of thing that he would like. So that's one that's really there. Now, as you probably have heard, Les does go away a tremendous amount. And one thing that I really love, and this is the last one, and it's when Les comes home about midnight. That's not the part I like. I prefer him to come home much earlier. But sometimes when he comes home at midnight, and he just crawls into bed with me, and I haven't seen him for so long, probably like 2 weeks, and we just cuddle up, and I rub my head over him, and, you know, we just cuddle up and hold each other. And that's a happy memory for me, because this person who I love uncontrollably is back in my life, and he's right there beside me. He's keeping me safe, and I have him back, and that makes me happy. So there we go. You now know that GMAC can be happy at times, as well as all the moans and groans that he has in his life. There are things that make me happy, and if there are things that can make me happy, they can make you happy too. Goodbye.